How you doing? Happy times.
Woo! Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a blast. You know, it's been a crazy year so far. This is our 6th year of touring, and it's always been crazy, but it's going great.
But you've never slowed down much. I mean, I don't ever remember you ever taking much time off in between road activity.
No, we haven't taken. We toured every month of every year of the last 6 years. I think. You know, I've never been off the road for more than maybe 2 weeks at a time, maybe 3. You know, we've really kind of built our whole thing up off of touring. It's been great. I think, you know, you look at our fan base, it's like a real audience that knows every song, you know, whether it's a single or just an album cut, because we've played their town. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, look how many different places we played, even the state of Washington. I mean, it'd probably be, you know, there'd be so many pins on a map, it'd be hard to, you know, separate the town from the town, because we just have played so much.
How do you even remember then from one tour to the next, one date to the next, where you are? Do you just let that go?
No, I usually do. I mean, I'll have a fan come up, you know, and tell me, hey, you played here and there. I can usually remember the venue or something that happened that day. For some reason, the gigs usually stick out in my mind, but it has been a lot. I think, you know, we've had so much fun. I think we're going to take some time off in October and really just maybe come off the road for 4 or 5 months. Just looking back on this Greatest Hits album and looking ahead to the next album, I think it's going to come out in February. I think that we're going to just take our title of a hardest working man in country music, whatever people have said I was, and let someone else wear it for a while.
They've been calling you that for a while.
I think it's time just to kind of go back and just enjoy a couple months off the road, and really look forward to putting together another tour and trying to make it as big as it can be and as good as it can be.
So time off, that means you're actually going to unplug?
Unplug. I think we're going to unplug the amplifiers at the end of September.
Good. For the rest of the year.
But we still have a crazy year left, you know.
I know.
This tour we're on right now has been one of the most fun things that we've done. You know, our regular tour ended with Luke Bryan and Bucky Covington out on the spring portion of the Throttle Wide Open tour. That ended May 3rd. And I immediately went on this kind of promo / fan appreciation kind of tour that I'm on right now, which has involved cities from New York all the way to LA. Just going across the country, meeting these executive producers. We let 3,000 fans be part of making this record. They picked the title, they picked the front and back covers, artwork. You know, they picked 5 of the live tracks, and in return for that, I listed all 3,000 of their names as executive producers and each of the liner notes of every album. So there's about 9 pages.
That's so rad.
Yeah, it's cool. There's about 9 pages of names.
I love it.
It's been great, but we've been trying to meet them one by one. You know, we've been playing backyard barbecues on this tour. We've been playing in people's living rooms. We've been playing. You know, today we're playing over at Quest in a side room for just about 500 people.
Right.
Just doing different things, just to try to, just to reach out to our fans in the most intimate way possible, just to say hi to them, say thanks to them, and let them know how much we appreciate them. And before we get back to doing our regular tour, which begins again in Atlanta on Friday. So it's been great. I've had a chance to meet a lot of people. I feel like I'm doing more campaigning than I am actually,
you feel
singing.
like you're running for office?
Sometimes, yeah. 'Cause it's like probably taking close to 800 pictures a day,
yeah.
And signing untold amount of CDs.
Well, no wonder you need about 5 months off.
Well, yeah, but it's like I was just saying before. There's a difference between being physically tired and being mentally tired. And I'm physically pretty worn out, but mentally, I'm really happy. It's when you meet people and you hear the stories about the songs and how they affect their lives, and see that smile on their face, and they walk up to you and they're holding the liner notes and their names there, and they're pointing their name in the album, going, "Look, I'm an executive producer on your record." It really just. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It's such a great feeling.
What a wonderful gift.
It is. It's a big gift, and that's exactly the way I look at it. And I enjoy getting a chance to to be part of this whole thing. It's not just the cool thing about my career and these fans is that it's not just me, them being fans of mine. They've really created their own little side, friendships and relationships, and the music and me are almost part of just the background, kind of the soundtrack to their lives. And so it's great to kind of step outside that and look at the relationships being made through the music. And so yeah, it's definitely a big blessing.
When you can look at it that way, or when I don't want to say compartmentalize it, but that's kind of what you do. This is my music, and this is how it relates to fans and how fans relate to me. When you have that, it's like a symbiotic kind of thing going on. There are some artists who do this with their music. It's
right.
Very they're very protective, and it's their little babies, and
sure.
You can always tell the difference between people who are like this,
right,
and people who are like this. This is my gift to you as a fan.
Arms wide open, definitely trying to give to everybody. I mean, I make no disclaimers with the fact that I do write these songs for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I write all my music. I make records that I think sound cool in my ear. I hope everyone else likes it, and that's why I love to throw out there and see what they think, and I'm very open with it. And that's why we try to play. We try to reach out there and play different venues and stuff, just to see if we can make fans outside of the regular country music realm.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Bonnaroo last year, the kind of jam band festival down there in Tennessee. We're playing Lollapalooza this year as the only country band to play Lollapalooza. Just try to just to test ourselves as a band and see if, what's the power of this music that I'm making? Can it reach across, different musical genres and reach out there and grab people and maybe bring them over and be a fan of ours, maybe bring them into country music in general, but also just to share the music and have it heard by as many people as possible.
So when you get ready to go back in the studio and start working on new music or sit down to write, will you do that? Will you do it with that in mind? You're transcending, just a particular genre.
Yeah, actually, I spent so much time last year. When you write all your own music, you don't get too much time off to really enjoy a record.
It never stops. Your mind's always working on that thing.
Long Trip Alone came out in October, and it was like by October 2006, and by December of 2006, I was like, man, it's time to start writing songs. So I've been working on this next record that's going to come out in February of 2009. I've been working on that all of 2007 and all this year, and I'm pretty much I'm so far ahead of the game. I've cut about 30 songs. I've narrowed it down to about 10. Now it's just a chance to really tweak the music, bring in some special friends to collaborate on it, just really trying to make it a cohesive piece of music. So I'm pretty far ahead of the album. So as far as the songs go, to me it's all country music, but it's done. It has like my sound to it, and I think we really developed our own sound through types of songs that I write, and through the way we make records. Myself, my producer and engineer, and the guys that play on it, including the guys in my band. We really have our own kind of thing going on. So I think it's country, but I think it's accessible to anybody that likes good music.
There's a school of thought that many of you have, and I just remember, I think you and I did, we talked about this in the past, and Chesney was big on this, in that there's that thing that you have to do, that is make your face go with your name, go with your music.
Sure.
And once you accomplish that musical hat trick, that's the goal. That is the goal.
Sure.
That was his goal from the get-go, and I even think at one point you said, yeah, I'm totally into that school of thought.
Yeah, I think for sure, from like a branding standpoint, you're trying to, at the end of the day, I guess to some degree we're all kind of just traveling salesmen, Chesney and myself, anyone that's out on the road playing music. We want people to come out to our show and be part of what we're doing out there. So yeah, I think trying to triangulate, if I may use a branding term, would be your image with your music.
Is that what they call that?
I think it is. Yeah.
It's math.
It's math, yeah. But from the other part of me, there's it's the music and there's the business. And I understand the business part of it. I want to be the top. I want to play stadiums and get to that level. But that's not the ultimate goal. Just like playing, getting big and being gigantic is, that's not really that's important to me. But more importantly is the music and the way we get there. I want our show, our live show, to be really something special. I want to be. It's almost like I want to be like almost like a religious, spiritual, I should say, like environment. I want it to be like partying and blast and fun, but I also want there to be moments that really bring people together, and the people walk out of our show all feeling like they've been through a really special event together that helps them, makes them feel more aware and more enlightened and just more empowered. And so reaching the top the right way is really important to me. It's not about just trying to hawk some item to our fans and make them go out and buy T-shirts and CDs and come and see the show. I want them to be part of this thing. I want to make a grassroots kind of movement where everyone's from day one. Just where people come together and they feel they have a sense of ownership in the success that I've had, and they have a stake in our career, and they feel like they're part of it. And I think that's why the website and the community board and the fan club is so important to what we do.
It's like a musical, publicly held business.
That's right.
Come to think of it. Yeah, and they're all like your stockholders.
Well, yeah, a lot of my fans, I called them once the Congress. I was like, you guys are like the DB Congress, and they started making T-shirts, and it's kind of like spread like wildfire. So to some degree now, I like that because I do listen to them. They're kind of the fan club's kind of like the elected officials of all the fans, and so I listen to what they have to say, and in some degree they do guide a lot of some decisions we make. But musically, those are usually made by myself, and always kind of will be. I'm not making a record to try to sell something that's going to be. I'm trying to make
you
music.
have to please you. I mean,
if
it's going to come out of you. You better.
I'm writing the song, so there's an artistic side to it that some other folks don't. Have that. It is my music. It's my songs, and I'm trying to write songs people can relate to. But really, just trying to write songs that mirror where I am in my life, what I'm going through, and they're pretty autobiographical, and that makes it special. It's not like I'm, designing a car for somebody. I'm trying to designing something for me that's really cool, but someone else likes, and we get to share it all together and riding it.
Right. You mentioned that earlier when you said you were at the point where you're going to start bringing in friends to work with you. Any particular people in mind?
Yeah, I'm just I got a couple songs that I just really think would lend themselves to some different people, and I haven't had a chance to make those decisions yet. And the album's still pretty far ways away, but yeah, I think there's gonna be some cool collaborations on this record. That's all I can say at this point.
Okay, I'm very excited because I'm always into that kind of stuff because I know how important it is if you have people that you look up to or really admire, you know, across the board from you or across the table from you musically, and you can bring them in. It's a pretty
it's
amazing
so fun,
thing. It's good for us as fans because we totally dig that
I think it's
stuff.
so cool, and it's not, you know, it's not just about it's country music, but just all across the board. You know, we played down in L.A. the other day at a place called the Knitting Factory right before the Grammys. We were up for a couple Grammys, and I had a pre-party down there, and I had Haley Williams, she plays in the band Paramore, and her their guitar player Josh Farrow, they were there. Mike McCready, the guitar player for Pearl Jam, he was there, and he came up and played a couple songs with us.
Right
and,
on.
Paisley came out and sang a couple songs. Miranda Lambert came out and sang a couple songs. So I love collaborations. They're really fun. So just whether it's, you know, any genre too, just getting different people mixing it up on stage and on records is cool.
I want it to be clear that I'm on to you in regards to how much time you spend on the road. I know something about you that I discovered through one of your tour mates not a week ago, that you started something with Bucky Covington, and that was an Xbox addiction.
Yes.
That now he can't kick. He said, and this is what he said: I just want you to know that when I first went on the road with him, you guys, was it Halo? Were you playing
Halo.
That he sucked at it.
Yeah.
And he said by the end of the tour, he actually beat you once.
That's completely BS.
Was he lying?
Yeah, he's not beat me yet. He has not beat me yet. But that's kind of the way. That's kind of the code of the road when it comes to Halo. The cross-Canadian rugby boys, they always talk about how they can beat us, and Miranda Lambert and her crew, they claim they can beat us. But the fact of the matter is, we're still the best.
Yeah.
We always will be. I mean, we had to buy Miranda Lambert and her crew an Xbox because they didn't have one, and they've gotten a little bit better at it now. They're still. I think Bucky could actually beat Miranda's guys now.
Yeah.
But, no, they're still not.
He said he missed an encore because he was.
He did.
Playing.
Oh yeah, we were doing a.
That is funny.
Folsom Prison, and Luke Bryan was up there, and we're looking around. Where's Bucky? Because I always run back up the last song of this tour, and he's like, "Well, forget it. He's not coming up." All of a sudden, he comes up on stage, and he's doing his thumbs like, you know, trying to show me, "Dude, I'm sorry, I was playing Halo."
You
Funny,
did
yeah.
that.
I got him addicted pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Well, it's not hard when you got some time on the bus and you're trying to get from there to there.
Yeah.
You should
You know,
plug in a game.
You get on a
No
tour bus.
Guitar Hero, none of that stuff. You just shy away from that?
we got Rock Band on.
Right on.
Yeah, the drum set. Yeah, it rides. Much to the dismay of two of the guys in the band, it rides like on one of the seats. Like there's like limited room in the front lounge of the bus because the whole drum kit that comes with the Rock Band is set up on the seat of the tour bus.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You have to have that kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
And those are the memories that you create for you, and that's. I mean, those things that are probably part of what you will cherish.
Oh yeah.
Just those road memories. Even doing this, I know that it's part of it is the destiny, is the journey, but you know. I know you're really tired and it can wear you out, but boy, I tell you, when you're 70 and you look back on your experiences, how many great stories are you going to have to share?
Totally, and this is the time to be doing. I mean, this is such a for us, especially right now, this Greatest Hits album. You know, we're having so much fun out here, just getting a chance to, like I said, share with all these fans and take stock where we've been, and we'll probably take a break at the end of this year just to really set up a really cool tour next February, which I've been working on trying to figure out who we're going to go out there with and what we're going to do. But it's going to be, you know, a great tour. We've really kind of waited to play certain markets and whatnot just for this next album, so it's going to be really fresh when we come back.
Bigger tour then?
I think so. You know, this last tour we were on, it was 4 semi-trucks and 2 buses, and I couldn't have had a better... This tour started in October with Jack Ingram. He was a great tour mate, and then to have Bucky Covington and Luke Bryan out here in the spring was awesome. So we've always had great tours. So yeah, I think we're going to try to step it up a little bit, keep it growing, and just keep trying to do different things that make it really fan-oriented and a lot of fun for the folks to come out.
Well, I love you. I'm such a huge fan
Thanks,
of yours.
Leah.
And